Hey, hi everyone. Welcome to our evening webinar of ProThoughts. Okay, I have a very exciting topic today, how firms are gearing up to be business agile. Let's start. Okay, let's start. It's like 8, and thank you all, whoever has joined. Okay, we got a very good audience. Okay, thank you for joining this webinar. I assure you, you will have something or the other to take away from this webinar. Great. So there are people who are joining right at the dot of 8, and to know about me, okay, so there are certain things I thought of highlighting more things, okay, specific things about me. Some people know me, some people do not, okay. So I have done my certifications in PMP, PGMP, PFMP, okay, all these things. And plus, then I started doing agility, and recently I got the certified disciplined agilist. So I'm learning and I continue to learn and I continue to share my knowledge. That's what I do, okay, and I love doing that. Hi everyone, and welcome all, okay, to this session, and I hope I can make some sense out of business agility for you all today. So great. So let's continue. For the people who joined early, I don't want to waste a single minute of them. Time is important because in Agile, okay, whose kind of roots are in lean, time is important. If I deliver value early to you, okay, or sooner, the better, right? So great. So what I have for today is I'm going to go and build a concept of agility with you guys, and in that I'm going to address the roots of agility in lean. So I'm going to talk about some lean, and then I'm going to go into a concept called, okay, Fox Agile or Agile in name only. I'm not going to talk much about that because we have a webinar coming in November about Agile in name only by Nihar. And then I'm going to talk about real life examples of agility. And then I'm going to share about a McKinsey report, how firms are gearing for agility, and briefly describe how disciplined agile helps in business agility or in your agile journey. And we have almost 15 odd minutes, okay, for an interactive question and answer session. Having said that, guys, if you have any questions at any point of time, please feel free to interrupt, ask the questions, because I love the interactive way of doing things. We are somewhat limited by online, but there are good tools to have an interactive session. Great. Okay. Once again, thank you all for joining this session at 8 o'clock today, and I hope you will get something out of it. Yeah, for people who are joining, okay, and who are joined, okay, something about us. We are into core of learning solutions, and we are happy to share that besides Pan India, we are into Middle East and Mauritius, which is like a hub for Africa. And we are very proud to announce our ATP or the new syllabus of PMI, which we are starting, one of the first to do that. And these are some of our recognitions. We have a lot of content on talkprojectmanagement.com where we write even the webinar calendar. You can check it out for the month there, and you will get a lot of things there. Right, now let's go into my first topic. What is agility? Okay, I want you to answer me according to you, what is agility? If any one of you can answer, what do you mean by agility? Because you on the internet will find many such answers. According to you, what is agility? I have simplified the definition of agility. What is agility according to you? Come on, guys. Give your hindsight, give your things. Okay, dynamic in nature. Okay, being ready to face changes. Okay, nice, Anshul, nice, Vardarajan. Okay, what is agility? Come on, guys. What do you mean by agility? Speedy, flexible to adapt. Okay, nice, Surya. Okay, anyone, any more suggestions? What is agility? Because agile is a huge landscape. Okay, people sometimes, there is a term called branded agile. So many consultants, so many people throw so many terms. Some might make sense, some may not make sense. So agility is a lot of things to a lot of people. Dynamic changes on day-to-day basis, Vivek is saying, and we should accept those changes. Okay, we embrace changes, they say, welcoming changes. Yeah, absolutely, but that's not, changes is not agility. Okay, changes is definitely not agility. So when whoever define changes as agility, they are trying to reference it with, say, a PMI, PMP world. Oh, PMP, we say that, okay, project manager, okay, you need to put a change request to embrace change. There also we embrace change, but they have a change. Now we are saying embrace change by welcoming changes. Oh no, that is not agility. Okay, so yeah, somebody said agility is relative and should be fit for purpose for each engagement. Lovely, Mobin. Okay, superb. So when we talk about agility, okay, we are talking about, okay, business value increments and not development cycles, right? So idea of agility, if I had to tell you what is agility, okay, and I'm going to expand this concept about agility, is going to deliver sooner than later, right? Idea is not to deliver less, because I'm delivering sooner doesn't mean less, where I can deliver value sooner. In my subsequent slides, I will define what is a value as well. So agility is not about welcoming changes. Okay, that might be a part of the game. It's not about having to do projects in 2-week cycles. Okay, no, it is about delivering value sooner. And what is value? Which can be consumed sooner. Okay, so agility, remember, is about delivering sooner. Okay, time concept, right? I'm going to elaborate that as we go along, and then I'm going to talk about how business are gearing for agility and why they are doing it. I'm going to talk about another concept called lean. Anyone knows what is lean in this? Okay, continuously improve. Yogesh is saying ability to deliver quickly. Yes, Ish. Okay, reducing waste. Okay, lean is minimizing waste. Very good. Okay, lean concepts are thoroughly practiced in Japan, and that's where I would believe are the roots for whatever agile, scrum, and all these things. So people, Americans went to Japan, used that concepts, packaged it well, called it agile. Okay, but the roots definitely belong in lean for agility. Okay, yeah, way of optimization just in time. Okay, very nice. So lean is about producing value. Okay, idea of lean is producing value by reducing delays and eliminating waste. So if I had to compress lean in one definition, is giving value quickly. There is an adverb here. Value quickly, okay, by reducing delays and eliminating waste. This will result in lower cost and increased quality. By doing this lean, okay, you will get a built-in quality as well as you will get lower cost. Okay, you do this by eliminating waste. We call it muda in Japan, or reducing the delays. So this is your lean. So we understood in a very simple term what is agility. We understood in a very simple term what is lean. Okay, so the idea of delivering value, how we deliver value, okay, to do it sooner. Focus on time than cost. Okay, we work in smaller batches. So when I talk about agility as well, there is a law of working in smaller sizes. Sprint or the team is a factor of that. Okay, so when I talk about lean, is not about speed. It's about delivering value by removing delays. So focus is removing the waste. Delays is waste, then going fast. Somebody said, I think Vivek said, optimize the flow of work, right? So you need to have the right team. The focus is on the flow. Flow means, okay, the flow happens in a lean organization, how the work stream is happening. The work stream can happen through a research division, through a marketing division, to a development division, to a operations division, then to a sales. That's the flow of work. So I focus on that rather than, okay, what is my hierarchy? Who is my manager? Okay, many organizations focus on the top-down approach, may not be a lean concept. So I'm summarizing this for our 1 hour webinar. I can go and do a 1 hour lean webinar, but yeah, so this is what is delivering value quickly. And that's what is agility, right? Okay. So when I talk about value, is what customer considers important. Okay. Is what business investing, or what is useful to customer upon release. That's what is value all about. Isn't it, guys? Okay. So when I say value, okay, it should be consumed, right? It makes sense for the customer. So when I'm delivering value quickly by removing delays, eliminating waste, and therefore the sooner part is called agility. If we agree on this agility definition, now agile definitions all over the world, okay, like if I go to Agile Manifesto, okay, I don't think the customer was, okay, focus was on the software part, and then, okay, you actually thought about how to do the development in software part. Okay, the focus, there are 17 software engineers, but if I talk about agility, is giving value to the customer. Any big, large, small organization is delivering value to the customer. So we talked about these things. Okay, now I am coming to a different concept called agile in name only. So we understood what is agile, but there are some pockets where they do agile and they say that, okay, I am bringing agility. Many organizations. Recently, I have been, okay, called as a consultant, okay, to do a transformation study, and many people are doing nowadays, and I think that's a big opportunity for all of us. Okay, it's a good thing. So we had a good round of discussions with them. We proposed about what are the repercussions of doing agility from a traditional organization, what we need to do, and all this. Now they said that, okay, it's a big exercise, let us start somewhere, which is fine. So what they did, they hired a couple of, okay, agile coaches, and they started doing, okay, agile. And when we observed how they were doing Agile, is okay, we thought it was Agile in name only. Okay, the whole mindset. Okay, the team was doing maybe Agile. Okay, the bureaucracy was definitely very apparently controlling nature. There were all the projects, even their Agile projects, which were very few. They picked up 4 projects. The idea was to control the resources, control the time, control the cost. It was the traditional mind. I'm not going to take time into Agile in name only. It's one of the acronyms coined by the US guys. Okay, like the US elections are going, so there are uh, just 1 second. Just there are. Just give me a minute. I'm very sorry about this. Okay, so there is a little. Okay, so there is US elections are going on, and there is a term called Republican in name only. So this is a term which probably I read on the internet. I was researching for this topic that Agile in name only has come from that. So I thought that okay, it's a good one. Okay, the timing is very good. So great. So what I am trying to say here? So I have made some examples of Agile in name only, and we are going to have a session on that. But I'm just going to give you an idea about this. So there are different examples of them. Okay, you do Agile without being Agile. Your mindset is different, but you are doing the Agile ceremony. So you do the stand-up meetings. Okay, the stand-up meetings are like status meeting controlled by the project owner. Okay, right? um, you actually have your teams, okay, plan your iterations. They plan it in detail for the 10-week iterations, but you are still doing in two weeks per cycle. Okay, I'm just giving some examples. I have seen where the demos do not happen to your product owner, but there are just testimonies or assurances given by the development team that this has been taken care of, and the product owner trusts them. And so this is like, you have a kind of understanding. So you are doing Agile using the ceremonies, but actually you are not being Agile. When I call about branded Agile, I think that's another topic. There are so many terms used in Agile. You do not know which is a fake Agile, which is real Agile. And so people are using acronyms and Agile. So there are a lot of things happening on Agile front. Okay. There are things which are constantly getting updated because agility is in vogue now. Okay, so when I talk about business agility, is completely different. So when I talk about business agility, the business agility is what I put the context on. The business agility is about delivering value quickly or sooner. I define what is the value, I define what is the agility, and I talked about some lean tips to get you an idea what we are talking about. So business agility may or may not require your methodologies or practices like Scrum or a disciplined agile or a safe or whatsoever. Business agility is delivering value sooner. That's what is business agility. And when we talk about Agile Manifesto, okay, the idea was to develop a better world. It was designed with that thinking for the software developers. It never talked about the business agility, right? Today, we are talking about business agility because, okay, we are operating in a world which has become very dynamic. And to be competitive, okay, the businesses have to be agile. I will give you some examples of business agile, and this can be debatable, guys, because I have made that example, but I think they are business agile. Okay, uh, okay. So, and I explained them about what they do. Okay, like I think Swiggy, Zomato in India, I think there are some international attendees, but they are the two big companies in India, grown from a startup to a multi-millionaire companies. Okay, what they do, how they operate, they reduce the waiting time to stand in a queue, grab the food and eat, right? That's what they do. That's the business problem they're solving. They're business agile. So the way they design, okay, you do not have to wait in a restaurant in a queue to grab the food and eat. They reduce that. Okay, they're business agile. They're producing value for the customer. McDonald's, if you have ever been to a Starbucks or McDonald's, the way they actually have the queue time reduced and get the order faster, they're thinking of bringing agility, isn't it? Okay. If you ever been to McDonald's, there are a lot of people who change positions. A person who is making a meal or a French fries can come as a cashier. He can add up if the queue is longer. They have made a self kiosk, okay, to make the orders faster. That's the thinking, right? The business agility. Okay, I'm not talking of any method here. Okay, even your okay, the tolls at Mumbai, Pune, the way they operate to make it faster, okay, and so that I can go faster on a queue. They can still do a better job, but that's how the agility works, right? I have been, I'd like to travel on the road, and I have been to different states in India. Our guys at tolls, okay, work way too faster, and they are thinking, they have the change in their hands. Okay, they have different lanes they create on their own to process the queue faster. I think it's business agility. I will compare it to, say, US, where I went on the road. I made a road trip in US. Very patient people, very good. We are a little impatient, I guess, but okay, no, that is not a business agility solution at all. We need to wait for half an hour sometimes. Okay, I don't think that the thinking is business agility. So my takeaway from this slide is to give you what is business agility in the first place. Okay, which is distinctly different from people what they think is agile is scrum or a practice or a prescription or a method or something. No, business agility is completely different. It may not be branded as, this company may not be branded as agile, but they deliver value sooner. That's what they do. Okay. Uh, Another example, maybe the traditional banks. Okay, this is just my take on it. Okay, I'm sorry for naming the banks, but this is my experience. But they do PMPs. Okay, the traditional way of doing things. They have processes documented. Maybe okay. I have worked with SBI, so I know them. Okay, very nice bank, very processes oriented and doing great stuff. I have been interacted with the CIO of Digital Bank of Singapore, and they had a 10-year journey of having no complete. There is no branch in Singapore. They just do digital banking. That's what their vision is. Okay, no branches, everything digital. Okay, that is delivering value sooner. They claim that they can open an account in 30 seconds flat. That is delivering value. That is agility. Okay, I have seen some bank. I just put this neo banks. Okay, they practice agile, but they are practicing traditional. Mindset has not changed. I'm talking from my own experiences. Right, guys? Do you have any examples about your business agility as you think? Any examples of business agility? I try to give you examples from my milieu. Okay, what is business agility? My point was to drive you about business agility. Do you have any examples of business agility? Okay, yeah, Amazon, wow. Okay, I don't know about ING Vestia Bank, but it's good. Okay, if there is agility. Okay, Amazon is very good example. Okay, they are very. I heard they are very passionate about the customer. My sister works with Amazon. She is in love with that company. But there are Amazon is a good example. Any other examples that you have who are delivering value sooner, passionate about customers? Customer is realizing the value, work in small pocket sizes, small batches. Okay. Okay, Uber. Okay, maybe I don't know about Uber. Okay, Target, curbside pickup. Okay, wow. Ola. Okay, digital banking. Yeah, Ola would be a good example. Yeah, digital banking. Okay, okay, very nice ish. Okay, super. Okay, yeah, great examples. I think okay, you guys gave. I think this is what we are talking about. Generally, people like a startup, they never say that what they have is the speed. Speed is the value delivering sooner, and they say that they have their own method. They never call it like no, I have an agile method or something. So I think Google's, Amazon's, I think they have developed their own way of working, may not be following one strict kind of a practice. And that's how it is, right? You don't have to do that. The idea is to develop agility for the business, okay, to deliver value sooner to the customer. Having this thing in mind, guys, okay, let's go to the next part. Yeah, booking movie ticket, Yogesh, very good. Okay, yeah, ATM concept, yeah, very good. These are all your solutions of business agility. With this concept, I'm going to skip the slide. I'm going to a way that how the business, how firms can go into and gear up for business agility. And this I have taken from my research with McKinsey and Journal. Okay, so earlier we had this top-down approach, okay, where you had the top hierarchy, okay, you used to control things, right? And there was a thing where you actually used to tell them you need to do these things, and there are executors at the bottom layer. That's how your organizations were, like a machine. And they use a nice word here, organisms, okay, where the leadership is in the center and is giving directions, and there are no lines, okay, no kind of no hierarchies or like that. Therefore, they have made it circles where every team is self-sufficient in their own way. Okay, every team is accountable to get the things done. Every team will interact with other teams. Okay, you call it shared teams. Okay, or no, that can happen in the future. Okay, and they have to interact with each other to get the things done or produce value to the customer. Right? So idea is to enable quick changes, flexible resources so that you deliver value to the customer. So you can see how the left side was and how you actually get into the right side. Now it's not easy, by the way. Okay. If I have to go here, many people will have to lose control about what they have, and people, okay, do not like to lose the control. Okay. The last resort is to get into the control mechanism, and it's okay to fail, people say conservatively, rather than to invent something and fail. So it's very difficult to move from this left hand figure to the right hand figure, to become an organism from a machine. Okay, but this is where you can respond to changes faster. So the ability to pivot means to change direction, okay, easily. Like for example, COVID-19, you need to change direction, you need to make fast decision, you need to actually shut some lines of revenue, open new lines of revenue. The bigger giant organization, the mammoth effort is it. So how to quickly do that is also called agility. The ability to pivot in a cost-effective way to produce value quickly is also agility. This will help to do that. Coming to the continuation of this slide, there are 5 trademarks, okay, of agility or agile organization. I will have the slides for you as a recorded webinar. You can go in details of that, okay, right? So you need to have a strategic objective, or like a North Star, okay, and the whole direction, which we call, is centered around that, okay. The idea, we call it agile, okay, law of networking, okay, flat structures, accountable roles, okay, good partner ecosystem. So the top management is giving the direction, the middle management is giving you the proper ecosystem to work, and the teams are the empowered teams who actually do the work and produce value. That's how the organization should be. Okay. So these are the 5 trademarks. Where processes, we talked about strategy and structure. The processes would be, okay, iterative processes. You are doing learning outcomes. You are doing iterations, experiments, and you want to experiment and check small experiments where you will check the outcome of the experiment. And if you do it right, you will actually adopt that and do it better the next time. That way, you will be more effective with time. Okay. So if you need to see people more with an entrepreneurial drive, okay, who can be doing the things on their own. The leadership is a servant leadership. So that's what are the trademarks of an agile organization, right? So far we understood agility, value, lean. We talked about different examples of business agility. We talked about how the firms can be agile with 5 trademarks. Now I'm going to give you some examples of that, okay, who have turned from a traditional to a agile organization in our definition that we discussed. Okay, one was Lonely Planet, okay, where they have a huge legal department, okay, they have a huge legal department, okay, and that legal department has a lot of contracting work to be done. And this work comes on almost a daily basis for this people. Almost all of you must have heard Lonely Planet. They deliver a lot of content and on the web, and a lot of photographs and a lot of legal requirements are there. Okay. Generally, internal stakeholders do not understand the legal department what they do, and it was resulting in a lot of demorality or loss of motivation for this legal guys. They tried different agile methods, and then they found out the solution of having right agile, Kanban, and Scrum. And with this, they started pulling off the work rather than work getting pushed to them. And pulling the work means, okay, they will decide how much work they will take in a day rather than seniors giving them work and then getting into a messier situation. Implementing this took almost 100 days, and they have measured the productivity by 25%. That is one example. The other is Bosch, okay, and Bosch is an elephant, okay, 134-year-old. They wanted to innovate faster. They didn't know how to do it, okay, and they realized one thing is that if you have to bring transformations, the top leadership team needs to be agile first and set example, then the bottom or the lower level guys. And they started practicing agile. So they hired an agile consultant, they started practicing agile. And they used a tool called Disciplined Agile, which is now acquired by PMI. And that's what they did. Okay. So the leaders took the mantle and they changed, and that's how agility had come up with them. I wanted to show you a video about that. Okay, so let me show you a video about this. Sorry.
The basic idea that we need to change our organizational setup was originated in a training we had with the famous software architect Jim Poplian. This guy told us that if we do not change our organizational setup and remove all those overlapping competencies, we should not wonder why we are so slow in delivering our software. The purpose of our organization is to develop an IoT platform. Such a platform is a huge and complex thing, so many requirements are not known to us up front. One of the major benefits of our approach is then that we can involve our customers and other stakeholders very frequently in our development cycle. So they're basically part of the development process. Frequent and constant communication of your ongoing plans is very important to the associates. Then we came up with the idea to remove all the line organizational roles from our organization. So we ended up with a clear structure of having Scrum Masters, product owners, and a team of portfolio management who's also basically organized like a Scrum team. What I like most about our Agile transformation is the level of transparency we gained.
As a CPO, I'm responsible for steering the functionality and features of the product and optimizing the product for the customers. As Scrum Master, I'm responsible for my team. I have the team to moderate meetings and also see that the team develops.
The whole work is organized like at a startup, which means that there is no managers. We can define the technologies that we are going to use. We just get some directions from the PO.
We are able now to be much more speedy in terms of customer requirements. The interaction between the teams and the customer is direct. I think we were now able to scale the business also across different sites. We have teams in Singapore, in Sofia, Stuttgart, in Berlin, and you cannot really centrally control an organization with more than 100 people in this agile world nowadays. And I think this is for me the biggest success factor.
Okay, guys. So I wanted to show you that. Okay, and this is one of the best things about Bosch. Okay, they have transformed such a large company into an agile organization. My friend Saurabh had taken a case study on Bosch, and you can refer that in ProThoughts YouTube channel on the recorded webinars. But yeah, so these are good agile examples. The CEO also mentioned about speedy delivery and how to control people, okay, if they're going into a scalable organization. So that's one of the things they did. And agile, Bosch used disciplined agile, okay, to bring about agility. And disciplined agile, okay, works typically on 8 principles, okay, and this is what they do for business. So disciplined agile is the foundation for bringing business agility. Okay, they fundamentally work on these 8 principles, and disciplined agile, according to me, is a lethal combination of lean, Scrum, and disciplined agile. So you get all the 3 things, and you are the whole focus or is designed to bring business agility for your organization. So when I talk about disciplined agile, it talks about a lot of things, but like I said, it's a lethal combination of lean, Scrum, and disciplined agile. Okay, typically it's a tool, okay, or a hybrid toolkit that they call, okay, or in very simple terms, it's like a very, very experienced coach which tells you what you should do given your situation. So if your situation is about scaling it up, it will give you the guidance as well as some options so that you can experiment and improve your effectiveness. We call it way of working. Improve your wow, improve your way of working. So Disciplined Agile will help you to do that. It's like your experience-wise guide for you, providing very good guidance. So if I talk about Disciplined Agile, it talks about freedom to choose. Okay, right? Okay, so you are given different options. You can choose as per your context. It gives you guidance as per your context, and the idea is continuously improve and therefore become more effective. So Disciplined Agile, okay, is one of the toolkits which help Bosch, okay, to as a giant to become agile and compete in this world. Because when you are going, okay, from COVID situation to a post-COVID scenario, okay, tomorrow's firms will be agile firms. Whether you agree or not agree, okay, all firms have to compete, have to be swift, have to be nimble. Most of software will drive businesses, okay, and if you are more agile, you will succeed in this complex, volatile environment. So it's not an option that you have to become business agile. Okay, it necessitates for you to become business agile. Okay, you don't have a choice. You have to be business agile. So coming to Disciplined Agile, okay, this is the journey of Disciplined Agile. Typically, it gives you 3 levels, okay, as a journey or Disciplined Agile. First is the beginner level. We have a Disciplined Agile Scrum Master, and then you have an intermediate level, which is a senior Scrum Master, and then you have the master level, which is the coach. Right. I would request all of you to join this group. Now I'm going to send you in your chat boxes a link for, now you can click on the link and join our LinkedIn group. The idea of that is to give you a lot of details about agility and disciplined agile. Okay, so that you will gain a lot of knowledge, okay, about these 2 topics. We post a lot of webinars, we post a lot of content, news, salaries, structures, or whatever it's there, and I think you will gain from that. We have a batch coming sooner this Saturday on Disciplined Agile Scrum Master. This is the very first batch with a renewed material in India. Okay, you can take the offers from, we are the authorized premier training partner for Disciplined Agile, so we can help you there. Also, we have a lot of webinars. You can enroll for a lot of webinars and free knowledge sessions with us. You can follow us on Facebook and LinkedIn. I think we'll get good updates about not only Agile, but project management space as well. Okay, we are doing some corporate 1-hour sessions, okay, and very knowledge sessions as you are having your lunch, okay, and you will gain on a Friday some very casual sessions on agility. If you have any questions, okay, we are happy to help. Okay, anyone like Katta or Abhishek, you want to know about what is Disciplined Agile, what it offers, whether you're the right person to do that, this is the number you can call and get his help as well. He'll happy to help you. His name is Jeffrey. He'll happy to help you there. Great. Okay. So thank you so much. Okay, and it was awesome talking with you all. I had a very good time talking about agility. I would love to go on with agility. Vast topic. I tried to summarize in a very simple way in the 1-hour time I had. Okay. Hope you had a great session. There are some takeaways for you, and you will also think about becoming agile and making your organization agile. Okay. So all the best for business agility, and thank you so much for attending the session.